Across Canada Spotlight, I'm Mike Arsenault. Every week we take a look at a handful of the most interesting and entertaining stories produced across the Global News Network. We start with the big birthday in Halifax. Gus turned 99 recently. His journey started outdoors in Florida, and he now resides indoors here in Canada. Gus is also a tortoise. Check it out.
Do you know how old the tortoise is? He's 99 years old.
Today we are celebrating his 99th birthday.
But you won't see a birthday cake at this party because Gus the gopher tortoise doesn't often stray from his diet of
grasses and clovers. He loves dandelions.
Gus's journey to the museum began in the 1940s in his home state of Florida.
He was purchased by a museum director at the time. It was a normal practice for museum directors to travel around and gather artifacts and specimens from around the world and bring them back to the museums.
Museum staff say removing an animal from its natural habitat would raise many ethical eyebrows today, but back in the 40s it was simply seen as a learning opportunity. And when Gus first touched down in Halifax, he roamed museum halls with little fanfare. It wasn't until his 58th birthday that his popularity began to skyrocket.
His 58th birthday was the first time that the museum actually celebrated it as an event. And then I think over certainly the 50 years that he has been here on site, you know, he's one of the first things that people see when they come to the museum and one of the last things that people see when they leave the museum.
Although his original home is outside in Florida with other gopher tortoises, it's suspected that his life inside the museum may be part of the reason why he's lived to be 99 years old.
There are species at risk in Florida because of habitat destruction, cars, land development, and because they dig underground, their life expectancy may not be as long in the wild. And as far as we know, the longest living gopher tortoise in captivity. There could be another one out there, but we just haven't found out yet.
In the meantime, Gus seems pretty content to enjoy his birthday glow and snacks in the August sunshine. Alexa McLean, Global News, Halifax.
I feel like Gus got a little shortchanged on his birthday celebrations. He only started getting recognition in his 50s. I think his 100th birthday celebration next year should be a massive blowout. Tortoises can also live for a very long time, so I have a feeling Gus will be able to make up for those lost celebrations in due time. To Quebec now, where some homeowners are renting out their pools hourly to families looking to cool off in the summer heat. Does this sound like a good idea to you? Take a look.
Point out, she goes, all of her reservations.
Holly Lawson's backyard pool doesn't get much use during the day, with 2 small children in daycare and summer camp while she and her husband work.
So why not rent it out to families who don't have access to the pool, and that way they can either, get a break from the heat or even use it for swim lessons if they wanted to.
She posted their family pool on Swimply this week. The online marketplace connects pool owners with locals looking to rent a place to cool off for an hourly fee. The average rental is $45 an hour. Lawson rents her pool for $35.
They have access to their own private bathroom as well. And of course, it's a saltwater pool, and you have access to the barbecue with that.
Her pool is one of 55 available to rent in the Montreal area on Swimply. The American company takes 15% of the sale, and pool owners pocket the rest. Based on host availability, it claims renting an underutilized pool can supplement your income.
So what you're seeing is these hosts making $1,000 a month, $2,000, $5,000.
Insurance companies, however, say the risk is greater than the reward for homeowners.
There's too many things that can go wrong.
Killen recommends that potential renters talk to their insurance provider first before diving into the market.
There's a good chance that your home insurance will also deny it because it's technically like for commercial use because they're going to make money off of it.
The Life Saving Society reminds hosts that it's solely their responsibility to enforce water safety rules.
I think you have a part of this responsibility, make sure everything will be safe when you rent that.
Lawson doesn't allow diving and requires 1 guest to watch the pool at all times. While she waits for her first booking, Lawson hopes her pool can bring joy to other families than just her own this summer. Olivia O'Malley, Global News, Montreal.
Well, my first question was answered pretty quickly by Holly there. What if someone needs to use the bathroom? Although at Holly's house, you do get a private bathroom, I'm sure at others that wouldn't be the case. And that would be kind of weird. I didn't even think about the insurance issues that would crop up. It seems like too much risk for too little reward for me. Now to a very cool story from Alberta. The PGA Champions Tour is in the province this week, and a few regular caddies were unable to make the trip across the border. So some local students have stepped up and got on the bag.
In a pandemic twist, caddies have been in short supply at the Shaw Charity Classic. While some competitors, like Mike Weir, were able to call on friends and family to man the bag, more than a dozen Canyon Meadows summer students have entered the golf bubble and the big leagues.
That was better.
It was
got
good.
a good bounce too, I think.
Yeah.
The rookie caddies have found themselves matched up with some of the biggest names in the field, like World Golf Hall of Famer Vijay Singh.
Once in a lifetime. I don't think I'll really be able to get a chance to do this again, especially with Vijay or kind of anyone at his level. So it's just kind of a really neat experience.
I've had a lot of young people caddy for me in the past, and it's just so nice, you know. They're so excited to be a part of it, and it's fun to kind of help them and hopefully teach them something and just make friends.
The course has provided a caddy a handful of times in the past, but never this many at once.
I became the caddy master about 2 weeks ago.
Head golf professional Matt Freeman is now playing matchmaker, pairing students with pros based on their abilities. For example, some are particularly good at reading the greens, others at understanding the wind.
I went out with some of the kids on Sunday and we did a bit of a tutorial down one, how to rake bunkers. Just little stuff.
In other cases, things just kind of fall into place. 5 years ago, Jill Torscher stepped in to carry Carlos Franco's bag during his practice round, and Franco actually went on to win the 2016 Classic. So naturally, when his usual caddy couldn't cross the border, Franco requested Torscher join him once more.
I'm absolutely the good luck charm, no question.
With the second Pro-Am round in the books, the caddies will get their first taste of game action on Friday morning. And who knows, come Sunday, one of the rookies might just help their partner clinch a Shaw Charity Classic victory. Cami Kepke, Global Sports.
What a great experience for those kids. I had the chance to caddy at the LPGA Canadian Open Pro-Am a couple of years ago for Canadian Maddie Zarek, and I lost her putter head cover on the first hole. It wasn't my finest moment. Staying in Alberta now, a local company has developed technology to help firefighters battle the intense wildfire season gripping portions of Western Canada.
Fighting wildfires has gone high-tech. This is one of several drones that use artificial intelligence flying here in Alberta.
We are spending billions of dollars every year fighting fires like it's 1975. What we have to do is use technology to be smarter and safer and faster.
Edmonton area-based tech company Pegasus Imagery developed these drones and began its operations 3 years ago. They are a reconnaissance tool equipped with an airborne radar. They use artificial intelligence to map and deliver real-time information about fires day or night.
We're saving firefighters hours of walking around in muskeg up to their belt, looking for a hotspot to put out. Those hours, we measure. We see that our information makes them safer. Maybe they don't have to walk around for 2 hours. Maybe they just hop off a helicopter or hop off the back of a truck. 10 minutes later, they're done.
This is the first year they're on the front lines of fighting wildfires. They've been used to help tackle several wildfires west of Fort McMurray and the Tomahawk Fire west of Edmonton.
The information saves us resources, personnel-wise, on the ground, and time. So we're effectively targeting the areas we need to, and we know what's happening inside that fire zone.
Cole Rosentreader says these drones are capable of flying for up to 10 hours, a much longer period of time than a typical commercial drone or most helicopters running on a single tank of fuel.
This is a field of technology that we're really glad to see in emergency management. I wished I'd had it in many of the occasions I've been deployed across Alberta in events, and we look forward to working with this sort of technology and increasing our intelligence on the ground level.
Given the terrible fire season in BC and other parts of the country, Pegasus has spoken to other provinces about using this technology, but a decision on whether governments want to adopt it is still up in the air. Chris Chacon, Global News.
This seems like a slam dunk option for local governments to adopt. The time and energy saved from the drones will only become more important as fire seasons become longer and more dangerous. Our last story takes us to Toronto, but it actually represents the entire country from coast to coast. Take a look.
Famous landmarks and iconic cityscapes, only miniature. Toronto, Niagara, the Golden Horseshoe, Ottawa, and Quebec.
Our biggest challenge
has been to try to create a sense of realism, to make you actually feel like you're there.
Little Canada is a project 10 years in the making with a staff of 50 creators.
Well, from engineers and electronics technologists on one end to sculptors and visual artists and painters on the and everything in between.
I'm a design specialist, but my background is in architectural model making. So my first project was Clifton Hill back here. There's a lot of different colors, a lot of different textures.
Little Canada's founder and president explains how he got the big idea.
So I'm new to Canada. I came in '99, knew nothing about the country, never heard of Wayne Gretzky, didn't know who Terry Fox was.
This Canadian education operates on a 15-minute day, so every 15 minutes there's a sunrise and a sunset. And there's a secret to compressing these vast parts of Canada.
We work in 1:87 scale. You, Melanie, would be 3/4 of an inch tall at 1:87 scale. So that's the scale that we work at.
Tens of thousands of little Canadians currently live in Little Canada, and you can be one of them.
This is the littleization station. So you hop into this booth, and a 3/4 inch mini you is created. 128 cameras, do the math.
With several more destinations to be built, including Little North, Little East Coast, and Western Canada, the attraction will continue to grow over the years.
Our mission is to help people experience the wonder of Little Canada, to feel curious about the country, and to feel connected to Canada.
And that they walk out saying, hey, I did not know that. I've learned something new that I did not know before.
Melanie Zettler, Global News.
What a cool idea. I'll have to take my daughter Olivia to Little Canada to check it out. And I definitely want to get my hands on a little Mike and put myself on the pitcher's mound of the Rogers Center. Well, that's it for Cross Canada Spotlight this week. Be sure to watch Global News Weekend Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. on the Global TV app.